fuck's sake. Hello and welcome to Tier 1 Hungary Round 3 of GSRL Season 3, Season 4. But yeah, we are here at the Hungaroring as many drivers will be hoping to gain points here as the drivers, the leader of the Tier 1 Championship, I believe to be not at this race. So many drivers will be looking to capitalise off that as AMS Ronan is not here to my knowledge unless he has changed his name to uh, NoobTube or Cot5, but not that I am aware of. But we do have drivers going out on track on mediums. We got Stealth out on the intermediate. Logan Hall on track. He'll probably be the first one to set a lap. As right now, around this 4.381 kilometre track, the third shortest track on the calendar. There is still quite a lot of room for error here, so I don't know how close the timings will be, but 14 corners here as Logan Hall is about to start his lap, as being the first lap in Q1 of Tier 1 Hungary. As you head down into turn 1, heavy braking zone into the right hand of Hamilton. Followed behind him is the Mercedes of London, and then comes Minardi. Logan Hall there, running up into a tricky turn 4, easy to get invalid here, so it's a 27.546, not getting invalid actually very well. Aiden, on the other hand, sets a 27.646, so a bit slower than Logan Hall. We'll have a look. The McLaren in sector 1, he is on the medium, sets a 27.674, so not awful. Logan Hall in sector 2 is going to set a 54.943. Let's see if the Mercedes of Aiden can beat that. 55.1, he did not beat it, so Logan Hall looking to take, going to go at the top of the standings, but Aiden doesn't look like he can beat it right now, as Stealth has got an invalid. Logan Hall crosses the line with a 116.999, just below the 117 mark. As Aiden then crosses the line with a 117.1. McLaren of Minardi will be the next to cross the line. Beautiful purple helmet, may I say, as he sets a 117.389 on medium, so not actually too bad for him. As the Mercedes of A. Dawson is out. He had crashed, and he is now out of the session, as Ekes is going to cross the line with a 116.6. He goes provisional pole by just under 4/10. Now, as the AlphaTauri is next of Domi, as he sets a 116.761, just behind Ekes, but Reese of the Haas then sets a 116.7, puts himself into P2. As Favelli crosses the line on the inters, gets a 122.1, but PSR Nick setting a 115.9. What a lap! A 7/10 improvement on Ekes, whose team right now is at a 1-2 for Ferrari. As that is what the Ferrari guys want. Very, very solid lap there. Now, right on board with PZM Thomas on the medium tyres, heading round turn 3. See what sector 1 time he sets. 127.656, not awful. He's the only one right now on a lap, so we'll be spectating him. Dawson going out early before he even set a lap, so that's going to put him into P20, unfortunately, for him, as they're going to have to move way for PZM Thomas, otherwise they're going to crash into him. I don't think the Ferrari is going to pay when Ferrari goes into the pits. Yeah, but F1 Semi is about starting his lap, but we'll finish the lap with PZM Thomas. PZM Thomas is going to put it in P8 with a 117.7. Quite a bit far off position, 1.8 seconds off. But F1 Semi is who we are going to ride on board with. As in the first sector, he sets a 27.338. That is the quickest sector 1 we've had so far as he heads into turn 5. down into the chicane of turn 6 and 7. As he is now, we'll see what sector 2 times he sets. Is he going to go on, is he going to have the quickest sector 2? Yes, he does. He is, as YouTube does start his lap as well as, as we, as high right-hander, but we'll look on F1 Semi, as F1 Semi is looking to take provisional pole here, as he comes across the line. It's a 160, it's an invalid. It's an invalid in the end. Oh no, that is a shame, as he was on for a very good lap there, 2 section. As into the there, PSR Nick has retired from the session. He thinks he has done enough already. I think he thinks he's done enough. Stealth out into that. Solly starting his lap as well. Westy has got an invalid on his lap. YouTube and Minardi hitting to the blue though. Stealth is coming around across the line. What lap time is he gonna set? It looks quite slow here on these intermediate tyres, but you've got to expect that. It's a 1:21.8. Solly is backing out off his lap. Yes, he is. King Cobra going around the first sector. That's what sector 1 is. It's going to be the fastest sector 1 time we have seen. 27.3. King Cobra is looking on for a very solid lap here then. Watch him dance through the corners of that useful green Aston Martin. He's going into turns 10, 11, but he got an invalid, so he's backed off from his lap. That is unfortunate for him. So he has recharged enough to go for another lap. He's going to try it. I don't know if he has hot on his lap here. Oh, as he loses the rear end there, he managed to catch it to stop himself going from the barrier. That was great. Elf goes into the pits. Aiden, is he on a lap? He is. He's a 10th down in the first lap. 5. Oh, as he spins it on the exit of turn 5. Bit too much throttle there. Just turned his car around. Ollie. KGB Daddy though is on his lap. He's looking quick here. He's rounding out turn 14, the final corner, Hungara ring. He's going to come across the line. What lap is he going to get? It's going to be a 169. This puts him into P6. Sorry, F1 Semi 16.4. So, but PSR Nick, what a lap that was. 159 this early on in Q1. Very solid. Pavelli on his lap. Camera angle there. At the end of the first sector, he's a 10th up on his lap. 1:27.6, I believe that was. There's yellow flags. People letting drivers through, I believe. The Red Bull lets through the Alpine of Cot on his lap as well as Pavelli. We'll see Pavelli though round off sector 2. What lap time of sector 2 is he going to set? 54.8. It's actually the quickest sector 2 time we have seen. That is very solid from him. Cott 54.3 goes even quicker. So Cott is looking on for a whole lap here as Pavelli is on medium tyres. Let's see where he can put that Aston Martin. It's still looking like a decent lap. It's a 1:16.8 on mediums. He goes P7 ahead of KGB Dada. But Cott rounding out his lap. He goes P10 with 16.9. Just making it top 10 though, just missing Logan Hall. As Solly is spun round. He's not set a lap that he wants to set. Neither is Westy, Stealth. But Minardi is out. So most likely he will be out in Q1 here as bottom 5 go out. So he will most likely be out as long as Stealth, Westy, Solly or King Cobra improve. Westy in the first sector is 3 times 4. As drivers start as well onto their laps. The chicane here, very easy to get an invalid, make a mistake, take too much curb, lose time there. Westy looking very solid on his lap. As this is also a fast corner, you got to make sure you take it right. Doesn't take a lot of curb there on the exits. That's a 55.4. Not a lot of curb was taken on the exit. He wants to play it safe. As also AMS Luca goes P2, and he is also retired as well with F1 semi. But Westy spins it on the final corner. So unfortunate for him, just getting too excited with the throttle there, and just spins his whole lap. Unfortunately for him, Solly on his lap. Is he going to back out of it? He does not have the ERS for it. Westy has left the session. I can invite him back. Have a look here. So, do I have him? I don't have him, so I'm not going to be able to invite him back. So hopefully he gets an invite back from someone else. But Stealth starting his lap. Only one out on the lap right now as the top 3 have retired, knowing that they've probably done enough to go into Q2 here. Stealth in the first sector says a 27.4, a 1/10 improvement. If this lap is valid and goes, he could very easily go ahead of Minardi, knocking him out of Q1, as Dawson has been knocked out of Q1, unfortunately for him. As also King Cobra is not yet to set a lap. We need to see what he can do. And Solly and Westy also yet to set a decent lap. But Westy is back as he is on his out lap. The Stealth 54.6 in the second sector. I think I saw a glimpse of purple there. I'm not 100% sure though. As Stealth rounding out the final corner. Don't get too excited with the throttle, as we know here from Westy. And he's going to come across the line with a 1:16.6. Puts his car in P4 as Eccles on a lap right now. He's going to look to improve that. But he's a 10th down in the first sector. Logan Hall rounding out the final corners on his... Oh no, he's about to start a lap. EZM Thomas, I believe, is on a lap. Yes, usage. He's at 55.4 in the second sector, not too bad. As Thomas is going to round out his lap, and he puts it P4 ahead of Stealth. He just set his lap. Eccles is invalid, unfortunately for him. But Westy starting his lap. King Cobra on his lap. As he got an invalid, he's going to have to build that ARS up. He's going to have to set a lap, otherwise he will be out here in Q1 as everyone is now out for their laps. KGB Daddy starting his lap. Pavelli starting his lap. Stealth coming into the pits, probably retiring there. Thomas is on his lap, I believe. One second, I need to invite someone. So I'm inviting someone. Alright, hopefully I didn't miss too much, but PZM Thomas in P4, I don't know if I missed that. Oh no, I think he said that last lap. Pavelli on his lap as he was about to finish his lap. Is it RL Westy? It's not, it's the other Red Bull comes into the pits. So Pavelli on his lap, what lap time is he going to set as he rounds out the final corner? Comes across the line, and it's a 1:16.1, which puts him in P2, just behind PSR Nick as the clock. We only have about 15 seconds left of the session as YouTube finishes his lap as he goes P10 with a 16.7. Aiden coming across the line, what lap time is he going to set? A 1:17.1. He does not improve from P15. Solly on his lap. It's not looking amazing, just telling by the time so far, but I'm not 100% sure. As long as he can beat Minardi's 1:17.3, he's not going to, as Solly is going to be knocked out in Q1 as well as RL Westy. Minardi could go through here if King Cobra does not set a lap here. As King Cobra, he does set a lap as he goes P11, knocking Minardi and Aiden out. Aiden is out as well of Q1, as I believe that will be everyone on YouTube might be on a lap. So I think that's going to be it, unless Kot has got a final lap 2 set. Or Aiden, actually. Aiden. Kot comes across the line and he takes the 11 off King Cobra. But the person who is looking in danger zone here then is Logan Hall, as Aiden could go ahead here. He comes across the line. It's going to be a 1:16.8 as he goes into P11, knocking Logan Hall out just at the last minute. Logan Hall did not improve from his first lap. He is 16.999 was his lap. So unfortunately, Logan Hall gets knocked out right at the end. That is a Mercedes of Dawson, AlphaTauri of Solly, the Red Bull of RL West, the McLaren of Minardi, and the Alfa Romeo of Logan Hall out here in Q1. So yeah, here are your times here, as there was a second gap, almost exactly, between P15 and P1, so Cyboid almost getting knocked out here, but his teammates, Logan Hall getting knocked out, Minardi only being able to set a lap on mediums, then crashing out, as well as A. Dawson did not set a lap there as he crashed out very early on. But that is Q1. So yeah, on to Q2. So here we are in Q2. As 5 drivers got knocked out in Q1, who is going to make it through to the top 10 and who is going to set provisional pole lap as last time? It was PSR Nick to set a lap. I'm pretty sure it was a 1:15.9. I want to say 1:15.9. Let's see if we can improve that, as the Alpine is out early. The Alpine of Cot is out. He's going to be the first one to start his lap. Nari has left the session. As there is 5 drivers right now on an out lap, but Cot are well ahead of all of them. As he will be the first one to start his lap. Look here, every single driver has gone out on a set of softs. Stealth looking to go out on a set of mediums. He has equipped the mediums, and I don't know if he is going to go out on them yet. But everyone that is on an out lap right now is on the softs. As Courts will be the first one to start his lap as he rounds out corner number 14. As he is going to start his lap with the DRS open, ERS battery being deployed. As he comes into turn 1, let's see how he takes it. No curb on the inside, avoiding all curb. Very nice turn 1 that was though. Through. As Eke is also starting his lap. Only setting 1 lap in the last session, and then finishing like P3 or 4. Able to get through with ease. I will not see what 27.555 he set. As Eke is in the first sector, sets a 27.446. As if he does get an invalid there, as we saw that he ran over the curb a bit too much. Look at PSR Nick, as he was at the provisional pole sitter. He goes purple sector, did not see what lap though. But he was the pole sitter. But King Cobra takes it off him. Domi takes it off King Cobra. Nah, that can't be right. Not with a 27.6. Seaboyd, sorry, could be correct there though. But I think that is Cot rounds out the final corner. What lap time is going to be the lap time to beat? It's a 17.5. 17.5. Solid lap there as Luca behind his lap. Getting his invalid. I think Cobra must have got an invalid then as well. Oh no, Cobra's crossing the line now. PSR Nick says a 16.3. Goes way ahead. King Cobra was 16.8. Wow. Ekes is spun out on his second lap after getting invalid in the first one. Domi goes P4 with a 17.2, but Seaboyd goes at P2 with a 16.4, only exactly 1/10 of PSR Nick there. Very solid lap from Seaboyd. As PCM as F1 semi crosses the line with a 1:27.3. Must have had a spin on his lap. Who was that? That's a set lap. PCM Thomas sets a 1:16.7. Goes P3 ahead of King Cobra by half a tenth. There's yellow flags. Belly. Does he have to let this Ferrari through? Or King Cobra is going in there. Pavelli goes P2, sorry I missed. Pavelli, P2, 16.4, what a lap, only half a tenth off PSR Nick. But no one is yet to beat PSR Nick here. He was the was the pole sitter in Q1. Is anyone going to take that off him in Q2? As we see F1 Semi spinning in on his lap. I see he's just set a purple Sector 2 as he spun. Unfortunately for him, it's not what he would have wanted. AMS Luca comes across the line, and it is! And PSR Nick has been beaten by AMS Luca with a 1:16.354 in the Williams. Very close between it though. 1/100th and 5,000th as AMS Luca does take provisional pole off PSR Nick though. As everyone is coming now. We got a few on the outlap though. RGB Daddy, Stealth, and Aiden. But Stealth will be the first one to start as he is on the mediums. Only person to rock the mediums in this session. As he starts his lap, as we make the run down to turn 1. Tricky braking zone, you've got to get the corner just right. Not put too much throttle on the exit either, don't take too much curb. As he does take it quite nicely though. Heading into turn 2. There's a little lock up there it looks like. Coming down turn 3. As what lap time is he going to set in the first sector? So 1:27.415. I don't think that is sector 1. I think that is a lie. But still very decent first sector from him. Not bad. As yeah, like I say, he's the only one on the lap right now, so we will be spectating him. But rounding out turns 9 and 10 here. And then into 11, down the run into 12 with a 54.695. Into turn 12, careful not to get an invalid here. Round this long hairpin of a corner of turn 13. And then round another hairpin of a corner. That is turn 14. As he's going to make the run down to the line. It doesn't look like a bad lap actually. It's a 1:16.6. On medium set of tyres, being only 3 tenths behind the leader, it's not bad at all. I think he'll be very happy with that. Occasionally, Daddy, I think, is the next one on his lap. As we actually look at Aiden's Sector 1 time, though. Aiden in Sector 1 sets a 39.3. Did he have a spin or something? He must have. KGB Daddy in the second sector, though, is going to set a 54.846. I don't know if that is actually the quickest Sector 2, but we will see once he rounds out his lap. As Potts also in his lap, 3/10 improvement of 27.262 in the first sector. KGB Daddy on the run up to the line. It's going to be a 1:16.916 in the 1:16s at least for him. That is a decent lap. Not too bad. Can definitely improve on that as well, I reckon. As Ekes starts his lap. Cots with a quickest Sector 2 time there with a 54.3. As Cott could be on for a pole lap here. Could he take provisional pole off AMS Luca? That is what he is hoping to do. Alpine's very dominant so far in the season in every other tier. Can AMS Luca provide to the team? Yes, he can with a 1:16.140. 2 tenths quicker than AMS Luca. What a lap time that is from Cott. So we will see the 1:15s pop up in this session. But how quickly will they come? Will they come in Q2 or will we have to wait for Q1 to see them? Ekes on a lap though. As in the second sector, he sets a 54.6. Not too bad though. As his Ferrari teammate letting him through there. He's running out the last few corners. Tyre temperatures are quite hard around this track, so you've got to keep them quite low during the race. However, in the final sector, where is Ekes going to go? It's going to be a 1:16.5. He's going to go behind Seaboyd with a 1:16.536. Stealth setting that lap on mediums, though. What a lap that was. F1 semi, as well as Aiden. Aiden sets his lap as a 117, but F1 semi, it sets a 116 flat, goes at provisional pole. What a lap for the McLaren. He will be very happy with that. Here. Wow. As it is quite close between the top two, but then quite a bit of a gap to AMS Luca. However, he is on his lap right now as he is improving. We will ride on board as he could easily go to pole position here. As in the second sector, what does AMS Lucas set? It's a 54.2, not a bad sector 2 though. He is a 10.5 up. Oh, as he loses the rear end though, he does catch it. But that is going to lose him at least a 10th of time. So I don't know how good this final sector is going to be. But PSR Nick with a 115.4. With a 6/10 improvement on F1 semi. AMS Luca goes third with a 16.132. But my god, PSR Nick. A 115.4. What a lap time that is. He's got a 6/10 gap to F1 semi. I did not see that coming out. Well, 115.4. We could even get into the 114s here. What a lap time that was from PSR Nick, though. I think he will retire after that lap. Was fair enough. What a lap that was. PCM Thomas is on his out lap. Domi just starting his lap. Let's have a look with Domi. Almost getting caught up in traffic by people coming out of the pits, though. Haas then lets him through. I could not believe that lap that PSR Nick has set. Cott has retired, believing he has done enough. Domi in the first sector, 27.477, with a 1.5 improvement. As I believe he's the only one on the lap right now. There are a few people on out laps here, but quite a few of them aren't on laps. As we start this lap, King Cobra. On a lap here. That's across the line to actually start it. Domi will actually have a quick look at Seaboyd first sector, and then we'll go back to Domi. Seaboyd's first sector, 27.2 is half a 10th improvement. Domi, though, is going to cross the line. What lap time is he going to set? Is it going to be improvement? Yes, it definitely will be, but what lap time is it? It's a 1:16.454. As he goes into P6. But you wouldn't imagine P6 is a whole second down on provisional pole right now, but I don't think it will be beaten. As who has just set a lap there? Was that PCM Thomas as he goes P5 with a 1:16.1, I believe it was. Fair enough to him. Boyd has got valid RS. Stealth on his lap. Stealth in the first sector sets a 27.3 with a 10th improvement. King Cobra with a purple sector 2 here. Very nice from him. He didn't show a lot here in Q1 as he only managed to set one lap right at the end. He was in P20 quite well. Will he be able to set a good lap here though as he rounds out the final corner? Run down to the line. What lap time is it going to be? It's going to be in the 16s. So 1:16.262 as he goes P6, taking it off his teammate Pavelli. With a 1:16.2 for King Cobra. Very solid. Hits. Stealth on his lap. Stealth in the final corner, run down to the line. It's going to be a 1:16.1. Everyone seems to be going P5, taking it off each other. P6, sorry, not P5. Everyone seems to go P6, taking it off each other. Demi took it off Seaboyd, and then Pavelli took it off Demi, and King Cobra took it off Pavelli. Then Stealth is just taking it off King Cobra. So yeah, everyone seems to be going all over the place. Reese on his lap though, not getting held up by that Alpha Romeo. KGB has retired from the session though, as so is NoobTube. So KGB Daddy and NoobTube will be out of the session. Can Reese get out here? As I think F1 Semi sets a 116 flat there. I do not know before. Reese sets a 116.2. Will that be enough to take him out of Q2? But sorry, at best he's going to get P11 as he is out. Ekis on his lap though. Is he improvement? He looks to go wide there, and that is an invalid. So that is it for Ekis as his teammate has a provisional pole lap. So here, that is your Q2 eliminations. That is NoobTube, Aiden, KGB Daddy, Ekis, Seaboyd, and Seaboyd. Yeah, that's it. Dommy scraping it through, very close to Seaboyd. Only 1.5, well, 1/105,000 getting it through by the skin of his teeth, Dommy. But let's talk about one man here. 1:15.471 from PSR Nick. What a lap time that is. That man is seriously quick. 1:15.4. My money's on him to win the race, as he did set both pole times in Q1 and Q2. To end his lap. Can he hurry up? I think people want to make it to Q3, sorry. Oh, can he cross the line? Thank God. As I said, your 5 people eliminated from Q2 is NoobTube, Aiden, KGB Daddy, Ekis, and Seaboyd. But with the quickest lap by 4/10, well, 4.5 tenths essentially, it's PSR Nick Will 1:15.4. Here is the instance for Q2, but as we move on to Q3, PSR Nick looking very dominant here in the Ferrari, as one of the Alpines do get knocked out top of the constructors standing, overall constructor standings right now. So we are in Q3, PSR Nick setting up both both pole laps in Q1 and Q2. Can he do it again in Q3 and set an actual pole time? We will see. As who will be the first man out on track is the question. I don't know. As it is, an Aston Martin. Is it Pavelli? No, it is King Cobra. There's 3 people out on an out lap right now. But King Cobra will be the first one to start his lap. There's 10 minutes left of the Q3 session as King Cobra starts his lap. As in the first sector, what lap time is it set? It's a 27.446 in the first sector. Can definitely be beaten. Oh, as he spins there. Too aggressive on the throttle. We've seen many people do that in this session. AMS Luca on his lap. AMS Luca does go purple in sector 1. Sorry, I missed that. What lap time did he set in the first sector? 27.234. Very solid first sector time, actually. Is the AlphaTauri does let him through. Stealth starting his lap. It's the Aston Martin, sorry, let him through. Stealth in the first sector sets a 120. It's a 27.163. Very solid first sector. As King Cobra sets a 26.1, could definitely be beaten here. But it's a decent first lap, not too bad. AMS Luca going around the final corner. What lap time he gonna set? I'm gonna predict a 25.7. Oh no, it's 16.2. Sorry, I thought that. Yeah, never mind. I don't know why I thought 26.1 was a good lap time. He did spin on his lap, didn't he? AMS Luca 116.2. Stealth purple sector 2. He will go ahead of. I was thinking he set a 116.1, so that was just why it was in my head. But Stealth coming around the final corner, probably will get into the 115s here. Will we go into the 115s? Yes, we do, with a 115.8 from Stealth. Here's our next still in the pits, and man, everyone is looking out for here. Pavelli with purple sector 1. As Thomas is about to start his lap as well as Semi. Reese has spun on his lap, unfortunately for him. Cott at the end of his lap. Let's see what lap time he sets. Round the final corner, turn 14. As it's a 115.714 from Cott, a 10th improvement on the Stealth. As Pavelli goes at provisional pole with a 115.678. Hisonic did leave the session, so that's why he has joined back, though. As PZM Thomas sets a 115.908, it puts him P4. F1 that Semi, I think, had a spin on his lap, as his lap time is quite slow. PZM Thomas, I imagine, is on his in lap. Yes, he is, and Pavelli is now in the pits. F1 Semi might go try another lap here. This is a 27.112, the quickest first sector we have seen from F1 Semi. That is very good from him. However, his ERS might let him down. Oh, as he goes wide there, a bit lucky not to get an invalid though. This takes a loss of curb here, as he does unfortunately get an invalid there, as he said, 54.2 in the second sector. As everyone is going to be in the pits, I believe everyone's in the pits. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So yeah, everyone in the pits, ready to set their final lap here in Q3. As King Cobra is on his out lap. Yeah, people now on their out laps, getting ready to set their final lap. As King Cobra will be the first one to start his final lap of Q3. Where could he put it? Could he put it onto the front row? Could he put it into provisional poles? There's 3 people still yet to set a lap though. PSR, Nick, Reese and Dommy. He did get a little of a lock up there. His teammate Pavelli behind him on an out lap. As in Sector 1, he sets a 27.2, does improve. As AMS Luca does start his lap. Stealth, yeah, getting ready to start his final lap. But King Cobra, rounding out his Sector 2, he sets a purple Sector 2 with a 7/10 improvement here for him. It's looking like a very solid lap. AMS Lucas slows down though, will be going for another one. King Cobra could be looking to take provisional pole here though, away from his teammate Pavelli. Can he do it? He rounds the final corner. He takes a lot of curb there. Lucky not to spin, as we do see quite a few spins there very often. He's not going to. He's only set a P5 as he had a very solid first 2. So I don't know what happened there at the end. It's a 116.2 with 6.6 nonetheless for him. As Haas is on his out. Dommy has got an invalid. We'll have to build up his DRS for another lap. Hot, ready to go out. Everyone's ready to go out on their lap except from Stealth, who is on his lap. Oh, as he goes wide a bit there, as he does get an invalid, is he going to be able to build his ERS back up? I don't know if he will. But still, it's a decent lap of 1:15.8 as people start their laps now. PSR Nick, man to look out for, not set a time yet, but a very quick man. Pavelli will be on his lap. As what Sector 2 time does he set? It's a 53.8. He improves by 2 tenths after already being in provisional pole. He does improve. Easy PCM Thomas in the first sector. What does he set? 27.1. He does go fastest in the first sector. As we will have a look at Pavelli crossing the line here. What lap time is he going to set? It looks like it's going to be an improvement. It is. It's a 1:15.4 as Stealth is best P3. Pavelli, though, 3/10 in front of Cott. Cott is going to have to improve on his lap time, or anyone else for that matter. Reese is going to be the next one to cross the line. What lap time is Reese going to set here, as he has not set a lap time yet? He's got his deploy used all that deploy for this lap. As he comes around the final corner, it's going to be a 1:16. It's a 1:16.286. He goes P7 at this point in time, as Domi crosses the line at best P8. Cott is coming across the line as he goes P2 ahead of PZM Thomas. Good for him. As AMS Luca goes P3 with a 1:15.6. F1 Semi goes P6. What is PSR Nick going to set? He does go pole position, just like in all quali sessions. PSR Nick, wow. So yes, PSR Nick setting the quickest time here in Q1, as he did in every single session. Here is the incidents. But we will need a restart here, so I will be ending the stream, but we should be back shortly.